Hi, hey, hello guys. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Sweet. I am an 11th year first grade teacher in Anchorage, Alaska, and this is Classroom Setup Part 2. I have literally no plan for today, but I will say in looking at the footage yesterday, I am super disturbed by these table groups. But I did get an email this morning verifying my grade level assignment as a 1-2, which makes me really happy because I was excited to teach the 1-2 and I'm still looking forward to it. So I just don't like the layout in here. Not the entire thing. I like my desk here. Gonna keep it. Don't mind if I have to turn it straight instead of diagonal. And then everything else, I'm like, honestly, all of a sudden it all just went up to the crapper. Anything could change. I'm gonna have to play with a lot of this space because I don't know. I didn't have nightmares about it, but I definitely had some terrible thoughts about the way these desks are set up, and I just do not want them to look like this. Let's figure it out together. Okay, I am going to turn the rug. It means there's more space here. I'm going to time lapse you guys while I move some stuff around, and let's see how this goes. So in case you missed it, here is the setting of the room currently. Right? We've got the 2 tables here, 1, 2, 3. And then we have rug, library, horseshoe table, what's going to be the mailbox table, big TV meeting area, and then my desk back here. So I'm going to leave this without touching it. I'm also going to leave the horseshoe table, the library, and the table for the mailboxes. We're going to try to move around the rug, TV, and the tables and see if that gives me the spacing I'm looking for today. I think I like it. I'm sitting on number 5, and the horseshoe table is actually really close to me. Once I put the chairs down, I don't know that this is a good spot for a table if the horseshoe table is going to be there. I do feel like with the tables like this, the carpet is closer to the tables, which I don't like. Let me show you. As you can see, this table is actually really close to the carpet. Once you put the chairs here and the kids, they're first and second graders, they move around in the chairs, it pushes up against the rug and obviously could potentially damage it over time. Now that I'm standing from this angle, I'm kind of wondering, could I fit 3 tables here? Like, could I potentially pull this one way over, pull that one way over, and slide the 3rd table up so that I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I feel like I have to try that now. Y'all, in all my years of teaching, I have never had a more difficult classroom setup. There's a couple reasons it's rough. For starters, it makes everything really close. So now the library is really close to this table. And that table I think might be too close to the board. I don't want to go all the way back to how I started this morning because I do like this better. I'm going to leave it like this so Ashley can actually see it, and then I'll switch a ghost. Note to self, this bathroom door does not stay shut unless I actually latch it shut. That's going to be annoying to teach the kids all year. I remember most of what I got, but some of it, not so much. So this is a seat back for Star Student. It's for whoever is the Star Student that week. This goes, oh, there's 2. And they look different. So this one has like the bolder lettering at the top. And then this one has the smaller lettering down at the bottom. This one's more rainbowy, right? And that's the theme. So this is the one I would put on the back of the student's chair. It is a rolling utility cart. I'm not taking it out of the box. My boyfriend agreed to come put it together for me. These are for our rocket binders. They're the folders that have the little slit in them. When we use regular folders, the kids end up tearing them anyway. So these ones have like the little slit in them. I ordered this book for an activity that we did last year, but then I found out they weren't actually giving us our stuff we got on Amazon until right before the school year started this year. So I didn't get to use it for the activity, but it's just rainbow fish. Oh, this is thinking, yeah, I'm so excited about this, you guys, because I think it looks so aesthetically pleasing. I can put this on my board and put my markers in it, and then 2 erasers on either side, or more markers, whatever, and then it's magnetic. I'm very excited about this. Can't wait to use that this year. We all know my classroom theme is rainbow, black, white. So I got these labels. I'm going to laminate them, and then every year I'll be able to write kids' names on them. I'm going to stick these to the inside of these cubbies. This is a desk cup holder, and it attaches to the desk. I put my drinks on top of the desk, and then they sweat and they get stuff wet on the table. Oh, you were coming. My principal came to see me, but she came to say hi. I have so much stuff in here. I got this that if it's not magnetic, I'm gonna put magnet strips on it. It's a reward jar. Oh, this is a stand. So if I wanted it to sit somewhere, I'm gonna put it onto the board so the kids can see it all the time. So it comes with a stand and string. It comes with magnets. Perfect. Got the smiley face ones. I got staple removers. I got 4 of them. I took 2 out already, but I'm gonna fill this up with like my absolute favorites that I use all the time, which is gonna be like flare pins. I love ballpoint pins. I can't remember the brand. I think Papermate. Absolutely obsessed. And then I guess maybe my scissors could go in the middle. I don't know, but this, and it rotates. You can't tell because it's plastic wrapped, but it spins. Last but certainly not least, because I don't know what it is. I do know what it is, and I was super excited for this. So I bought these. So at my students' desks, they bring their crayon boxes, and then inside the table bin, everybody puts their crayon boxes in them. So I bought these. I'm going to number them. Okay, I was concerned about like how are the kids going to open these, but they open pretty easily. The downside to them opening that easily, though, is that over time they're probably going to wear out pretty easily too, and kids are going to be like, mine doesn't close. That's everything I got. It is 11:30. I've been here for an hour, and all I've done is the furniture. I think I'm just going to kind of start taking out random stuff and setting it out around the room so that my room starts to look put together. I took a break to eat. I'm exhausted. Orange cheese stick. I think I'm gonna work on hanging up my signs tomorrow because I do have the letters and numbers already since I ordered them. Where should I put the sound cards? Then where do I put the alphabet? I showed you a time lapse of some of the stuff that I did and literally sat and pondered the setup of the furniture for a very long time. I talked to my principal about it, Ashley about it, and then I called my sister. If you don't know, my sister comes and helps me in my classroom often. She worked in early childhood education for a very long time. She doesn't do it anymore, but she did for a very long time. We used to always call her the child whisperer. She's amazing with children, especially super young ones like that preschool age. I called her and she literally came up with a solution so fast. So let me show you guys the result of that really quick. Okay, I had to zoom out a little so you guys could see everything. But basically, when I called her, this is very similar to how the classroom was before. The biggest thing she said to do, she's like, that horseshoe table does not have to be flush against that board. Pivot the horseshoe table, which is what I did. And then this table that I put here is not super close to it anymore, which literally worked. She also said to take your library bookshelf and push it back so you would open up this space more. It would close off that space more, but again, I turned the table so you can't even tell. So I pushed this back. The result of that meant I could pull one of my tables down some the way that they were before, and it wouldn't cause such a disruption with the horseshoe table. It's coming together pretty good. I think next I'm gonna put my book bins out on the back counter. It's 1:30 and we have to leave by 3:30. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Maybe some more random things around the room that you guys can watch. I showed you quite a bit of time lapses, but I don't know how much it really amounted to. But I'm done. It's 3 o'clock. We have to leave at 3:30, and I'm probably gonna do a little bit of cleaning, especially over by my desk, and then I'm gonna leave. So I thought I would show you guys how much we got done today. Okay. So over here at the door, I hung up all my passes and I put the metal hooks there. So my passes are done, and then this sign, let me show it to you guys. Okay. I put that in the door. Obviously the mailboxes are out now. This basket is usually one that we put a bunch of work in for parents that help us, and they just always know to come to this basket. And then I put my shelving units up here with that. That's done. Down here, library books, and then headphones, extra, boy and girl. I cleaned out some of these, but not done with that yet. I also cleaned out all these except that flag. I need to go ask the office what they want me to do with it because I already have flag. That check-ins up there. The stuff on this table is stuff that needs to be hung up, and I don't know where it's going to go, or it needs to be hung up and it has a home. I'm just not positive about everything. Obviously, you guys saw all the table groups are out, and then I put a bin at each table, and then I only have 4 of the hanging signs. I have to print out a number 5 for this table group, so that's why it doesn't have it. And then I just threw that on a chair to see how it fits, but I'm going to take it off because we don't have a star student the first week of school. And then over here in the library, I didn't change too much. I just put in all the bins, and then I fixed that book hospital sign, and then I had Woody, Bluey, and Pete the cat, and Ashley gave me this bin, and they're all in there, and then hopefully I get more. Check out my wish list if you can, and I need more of those. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna put painter's tape on this rug, but if you guys have a better idea, let me know. Also more miscellaneous things that need to be hung up. I think I'm gonna hang those up tomorrow. They go on my window, and I actually have another set, so I might do both windows this year. Okay, here's that extra desk. I put the lap desk underneath. They fit perfectly. I'm putting stuff on this table that is ready to be laminated with this particular laminator, so I need to do those. And then here's my safe space bin and the safe space items. And that sign was already hanging up, but I put that on up. I added in materials. These materials always live over here, so I just put them back. And then here's all my bins. Don't have enough of them, I don't think, but there's all my book bins for the kids. And then this have the piggy banks inside. They're numbered because I numbered them last year. But I'm going to need another bin because, as you guys can see, there's table labels on them, and I only have 4, and I need 5. I put these out, but I have not filled the supplies in yet. I do have enough supplies to fill in the marker and the glue stick bin. I don't think I have enough colored pencils again. And then I add the kids' scissors with their name on them in here before the end of the year. Pencils, haven't put in there. Sharpener, I washed this counter. And then these are the turn-in bins for homework. And it just looks nicer when they're out, even though we won't have homework for a while. So I did not end up working on this door because I discovered that I looked at it and was like, this paper is going to be too wide. I'm gonna have to cut it, and I just don't feel like cutting it right now. So, but I am gonna I'm leaning towards the black paper on this board because I'm going to end up putting a lot of white pieces of paper on it, which is what happened last year. Plugged up the printer, haven't connected it yet, and then I started this desk area, but it's not by far ready to go or clean yet. But I did move some things around, and I started putting materials in my cute little rotator. This is the cup that stuff used to be in, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I left it here for now. So lots of work to still be done in this corner of the room, but it's my space, and that's obviously the least important. I put my lamps out. I don't know if they're going to stay there, but for now, that's where they were last year, so I'm just going to leave them. And then I got this cute cactus from my other teaching partner, and I didn't know where to put it, so I dropped it right there. On the board, I went ahead and put this up. I added extra magnets to the back. This thing came with a bunch of magnetic strips, but I didn't really need them because it's super lightweight. So I just cut up the other one and added it to this. I wasn't sure if this was going to fall down, but I don't want it to. So I added magnet strips to the back. And then these are the little smiley faces that go inside the jar. I dropped my lights down here. I need to do what I did last year and tape them around the perimeter of both boards, but they're both there. There is my schedule, and then those are the cards that I used to make the schedule. I added some markers over there, and then I put these bins. They were just up here because I was putting the rug down, but I put them back down on the bottom. The TV is now in its home. Haven't plugged it up, but I need to probably do that tomorrow. And then I asked my boyfriend when he comes to build the utility cart if he'll come do this. It needs a screwdriver, and I just don't have one, but this is going to be the cup holder that goes onto this table. And I think we made a whole circle. So that's it. I didn't do anything. Oh, I added this. This is where we put the forks and spoons. I don't think it's going to live over there because my counter in this classroom is a lot less space, and I don't want kids getting water all over it. So I might move it to the horseshoe table, but we'll see.
Attention staff. The time is...
Okay, that was them telling us we need to leave in like 20 minutes, which was my plan anyway. So that's what we got done today. I don't know what the goal is for tomorrow yet, but yeah, here we are. If you guys made it this far, this long, then thanks for hanging with me. I'll be back tomorrow on Wednesday for Classroom Setup Part 3. Please comment any ideas you have, especially about the classroom setup or items that you think would be helpful. I always appreciate those comments. And then, of course, check out my wish list. It is in the description box. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.